Good afternoon, everyone. So, we are from Ironclad Investigation, myself, Humaira Sayed, and we are here to do an interview with Mr. Praveen Kumar, the Chief Compliance Officer of Maritime Global Export. And we appreciate the opportunity to discuss the Maritime's Global Exports AML compliance program. And our assessment indicates that your current compliance score is 5.5 out of 10, which shows that there is a significant room for enhancement. And today we'd like to walk you through our key findings and provide actionable recommendations.
Thank you, Mera. I appreciate your thoroughness. Can you please tell me what are the main issues that you have identified?
Okay, so let's start with the risk assessment. So we found that Maritime Global lacks a comprehensive risk assessment tailored to your shipping operations and the complexities of expanding into the European market. But many staff members are not fully aware of the unique money laundering risk inherent in the maritime industry, such as use of shell companies and transshipment routes that can obscure the true ownership of vessels, which also results as a lack of understanding can lead to vulnerabilities in your compliance framework. Also, having a robust risk assessment is an essential for identifying these vulnerabilities and developing strategies to mitigate them.
That makes sense. What about our AML policies? What would you say about that?
Yeah, so Praveen, that was a good question. So for your AML policies and procedure, another area that requires immediate attention that we found is that they are outdated and do not reflect recent regulatory changes and requirements, particularly those related to the EU's new AML framework. So, for example, there is no clear process for regular policy updates or employee training, as we have mentioned, about the changes, as well as the defined process for policy review is crucial, making sure that all the staffs member in your company are aware of their responsibilities and that the company remains compliant with the evolving regulations.
And moving to your customer due diligence, so we have noticed inconsistency across the departments in how CDD is conducted. So the procedures lack depth, particular for high risk customers, and staff reported challenges in obtaining and verifying the beneficial ownership information. So especially when dealing with complex corporate structures common in the shipping industry, this inconsistency can expose Maritime Global to higher risk of non-compliance and potential legal repercussions. So, implementing a standardized CDD process will be vital for ensuring thorough vetting of all the clients.
Understood. How does our transaction monitoring look? Because we are really concerned about it.
So as per your transaction monitoring system, so currently it is largely manual and reactive. So staff members express concerns about its ability to handle an expected 20% increase in transaction volume as you expand into Europe. And this could also lead to missed red flags or delayed responses to suspicious activities. So in the meantime, investing in an automated transaction monitoring system would allow you to efficiently analyze transactions in real time and flagging those related transaction to high-risk jurisdictions or unusual patterns that may indicate money laundering.
That sounds critical. What would you say about the training staff that should be provided or that is already provided to our staff?
Definitely. So, as we move forward with our discussion about the training and the awareness aspect, it was the other another issue that we need to improve for your company. So, currently, AML training is infrequent and not tailored to the specific roles within your company. And employees are unaware the risk specific operations and recent regulatory changes. Also, a role specific responsibility should be looked into as well. A regular training session will ensure that all your employees will remain informed and vigilant with all the changes around the AML sector.
And additionally, we also noticed that your compliance resources are stretched thin. So the compliance team appears very understaffed relative to the size and the complexity of Maritime Global's operations. And there is currently no dedicated AML compliance officer with expertise in maritime regulations. So we recommend hiring additional compliance staff, including a dedicated AML officer knowledgeable about maritime specific risk would significantly strengthen your compliance framework.
Those are some very good substantial recommendation. Apart from that, what do you suggest regarding any screening procedures? Do we have to look into that?
So, yeah, we recommend implementing a robust screening procedures for vessels, individuals, and entities involved in the transactions. Also, utilizing automated AML data solutions can improve both accuracy and efficiency in screening processes while reducing manual errors. This will help that all parties involved in the transactions are thoroughly vetted against sanctions lists and other relevant databases.
Yeah, that's a good one. And in addition to that, you can also establish a clear reporting lines within your organization to develop procedure for reporting suspicious activities or transaction internally in your company and to relevant authorities. Will empower the employees to act promptly when they identify any potential issues. So it's crucial that all your staff understand their reporting obligation and feel comfortable about escalating concern without the fear of repercussions.
And finally, we advise engaging with relevant regulatory bodies proactively, such as OFAC and EU authorities, to stay informed about evolving requirements and expectations. And also, participating in industry forums will also allow Maritime Global Export to share best practices with peers, and regular audits and review of your AML compliance program should be conducted as well. So both internally and thorough independent external audits to identify areas for improvement continuously.
Okay, so what kind of timeline do you envision for implementing these changes?
Yeah, so with regards to timeline, we estimate that the implementation could take approximately around 12 to 18 months, but it still depend on the company size and complexity. So this time frame that we identify would involve significant investment in technology upgrades, training programs, hiring additional staff, also revising policies. However, we believe that the long-term benefit of this, such as engaging risk mitigation, and it also can improve your compliance score, including reduced legal exposure, far outweigh this initial cost.
Okay, I appreciate this detailed analysis. Like it gives us a clear roadmap moving forward. Like, do you have any other thoughts on how we can, or we like things we have overlooked or things we need to focus on?
So, yes, we strongly emphasize the importance of regular reassessments and continuous improvement of your AML program. So, the regulatory landscape is constantly evolving, which is especially with the maritime sector. So, and staying proactive will be crucial for maintaining a high compliance score while mitigating risk as you expand into Europe.
So I hope we added value to you, Praveen, and thank you again for your time today. We look forward to support Maritime Global Export on this journey towards improved AML compliance.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Thanks.